Good morning children, welcome back. Today we are going to continue with chapter number 2, that is calculations in Microsoft Excel 2013, second part or the second session.
So AutoSum. So what is that? The AutoSum feature lets us calculate the sum of data arranged in contiguous rows or columns quickly. Contiguous means continuous. When you click AutoSum, Excel highlights the range of data and enters a formula automatically to add up the numbers. So whatever you write, whatever formula you write, automatically it adds up either row wise or column wise and highlights the range of data. So it is of two types or two places it is available. The first one in the editing group on the home tab of the ribbon, as you can see with the red circle, AutoSum is there on the right hand side. And the next one, the next place is in the function library group on the formulas tab of the ribbon. So is the formulas tab, function library group on the left side with the circle. You can see that the AutoSum is there. So in these two places the AutoSum is available. Next, functions. So what are functions? Functions are predefined formulas that can be applied directly to perform calculations in Excel. So you don't have to write any formula, you can directly use these functions. Let us see how does it work. When we click the arrow next to the AutoSum option, some of the commonly used functions are listed. These are average, count numbers, max and min. As you can see, the AutoSum menu, you can click on that arrow. As you click on that arrow, the function will be coming and you can use any of them and use it. Next, structure of a function. A function in Excel has three parts. First one is equal to sign. Most important, all functions must start with an equal to sign. So every function starts with an equal to sign. Next, the second one, function name. It is the name of the function that helps us in specifying the type of operation to be performed on the values. So what type of operations will be performed on the values, that is specifies, that the function name actually specify. Next, the third one is the arguments. What are arguments? The cell references containing values passed to a function to be used for calculations are called arguments. Arguments are the cell references, cell addresses. Arguments can be numbers or text values. So it can be number or text value. The arguments are always written between opening and closing parentheses. Parenthesis means first bracket. So they must be written within this opening and closing parentheses. So let's see with the help of an example how it works. First is equal to sign, first part of the function name, the sum, and then A1 colon A5, there is a arguments of the cell reference. So this constitutes the entire function. Next, commonly used functions in Excel. The following table lists some of the commonly used functions in Excel and the results on the basis of given sample worksheet data. So on the basis of a sample data which is on your right hand side, you can see three cells are there. In A1 the value is 4, in B1 it's 6 and C1 it's 8. Based on this, how the functions work. Let us see. The first one is a sum. Adds all the numbers in a range of cells. All the numbers in a range of cells. Example is equal to sum A1 colon C1, and according to this sample data, the result will be 18. Next is average. Returns the average or the arithmetic mean on all the numbers in a range of cells. Example is equal to average A1 colon C1, and the result will be 6. Next, count. Returns the number of cells containing the numeric entries. So all the numeric entries, here you can see there are 3 cells containing the numeric entries, so is equal to count A1 colon C1, and so the result is 3. Next is max. Returns the largest value from the numbers in a range of cells. Example is equal to max A1 colon C1. The result is 8, since 8 is the largest value here. Next is min. Returns the smallest value from the numbers in a range of cells. Example, equal to min A1 colon C1. Here 4 is the result because in this case sample worksheet data, the smallest value is 4. And then the last one is product, multiplies all the numbers in a range of cells. Equal to product A1 colon C1, and the result will be 192. So these are the description of some commonly used functions. Next, using functions in a worksheet. So there are two ways in which functions can be used in a worksheet. What are the two ways? The first one is using the auto sum menu. For this you need to select a cell next to the numbers you want to perform calculations on. Choose the appropriate function name from the auto sum menu. As we have seen earlier, we have learned earlier that from the auto sum menu, by clicking on that arrow key, we can do that and choose the appropriate function and use it. The second procedure, or you can also type and use the functions. You can type the functions directly and use it. So no need to select from the auto sum menu. You can directly type the function and use it. So these are the two ways you can use functions in a worksheet. Next, error results. So Excel gives you some error results if you write the formula in the wrong way. So if you write a formula incorrectly, Excel displays error values. So what are the errors? Let's see, here are some of the common errors with their possible reasons. The first one is hash value exclamation. Reason occurs when the formula contains invalid data. Now see the example at the bottom. Here the contents of cell A1 is marks, which is a text value, B is 10, which is a numeric value, and in the cells C1 I have given a formula equal to A1 star B1, want to multiply. So you cannot multiply a string value with a numeric value. So that's why contains invalid data. So that's why the error is hash value exclamation. Next, second one, hash div by 0 exclamation. Occurs when a formula is divided by 0. So you can't divide a number by 0. It is mathematically incorrect. So let us see the example at the bottom. In cell A1 we have the value 10, in B1 we have value 0, and in cell C1 we have given a formula equal to A1 slash B1. So that is division by 0. So the error given is div by 0. Next, hash name question mark. Occurs when a formula is not recognized by Excel. If you misspell any formula. As here in the cell A1 the value is 10, B1 is 15, and in C1 I have given the formula name as function name as equal to sum, A1 colon B1. It should be equal to sum. In place of sum I have given sum. So that is a misspelling of the function name. That's why the error is hash name question mark. The last one, hashes. Occurs when a column is not wide enough to accommodate the value. So in class 6 also you have seen, if you your value is not adjusted in the column, you have to expand the column. You know how to expand a column. Here in the value in A1 is 99999, in B1 also 99999, and in C1 I have given the formula equal to A1 star B1. I want to multiply. Since the value is very big, it is not fitted. That's why hash is the result in C1. If you expand the value, expand the column, then the values will be appearing. So these are the error results. So that's all in Excel. Now let us see what we have learned practically. So first we'll talk about the auto sum, how to calculate with the help of auto sum. See, here's a worksheet there where 4 regions are there: north, south, west, east, and sales report of 2 quarters, quarter 1 and quarter 2 of those 4 regions. So you will first sum up the total region wise and the total quarter wise. So let's first do it, the total region wise. We put our mouse pointer in cell number D3. After that we have to click on the auto sum button here on the right. As we do, see the sum function is automatically written with the cell address of B3 to C3. So after this only you have to press enter. So that's it. In other cells you have to just pull it down to copy the formula. In the same way, quarter wise also, you put the cursor in cell B7 for total of the first quarter. Click on again the auto sum. See, the function is written automatically, B3 to C6. You have to just press enter to accept it, and after that copy the formula to the next cell, and automatically the cell addresses change. We don't have to bother about it. So it is default in Excel that when we copy a formula, cell address or cell references automatically changes. Now let's see other functions. In the next worksheet, here is a sample Olympiad results. Serial numbers 1 to 5, 5 names of students, and marks of computer out of 25, marks of mental ability out of 25, marks of mathematics out of 50. Total score, maximum score, minimum score, average, this we are going to calculate. So let us start from the total score. So for total score, you can either use this auto sum or you can write the function. So this one will be easier. As we click, you see the sum C3 to E3, the cells are highlighted, cell references, only have to press enter, and we have to copy the formula to other cells so that the total score is done per student. Cell references automatically changes as we see. Next we come to maximum score. So we can write a formula directly in the cell with the help of this formula bar. So it is equal to max. As we write equal to max, max comes, you just double click to select the formula. See, the opening parenthesis is there. Now you have to select the range of cells. Okay, C3 to C7. Close the parenthesis and press enter. Okay, now you have to copy the same formula to other cells. It's done. Let's change the size because it is not visible. And let's make it a little bit bold. Now you can see the maximum score for computer is 23, for mental ability is 25, for mathematics is 48, and in total the maximum is 84. Now the minimum score, again you have to write equal to min, came here, double click. Now only select the range of cells C3 to C7, close the parenthesis and press enter. And again the same procedure, copy that to other cells on the right side. Done. Now average. Again you have to put the cursor in C10. In the formula bar you have to write average. Average came, double click, select the range of cells from C3 to C7, close the parenthesis, press enter to accept, and copy the formula to other cells. Okay. So here decimal came. If you want 2 places of decimals in place of 1 place of decimal, you have to format the cells. Just select it, right click, go to format cells, select the number, see the sample is there, decimal place is 2, click on OK, you are done. And the cell address automatically changes when we copy the formula. So in this way we can do that.
Students, that's all for today. Hope you have understood. Practice in your computer device. Until the next class, until the next video, it's goodbye and happy learning.